We are live, baby. We are live. Money Riot Fight Club is back, and we're making our debut on MMA Oddsbreaker. Doing it dirty today. What's going on with my mic, dude?
What's going on with your camera too, Cody?
I'm in my
You
camera.
look a little fuzzy.
Yeah, I'm in my camera. What's going on? Jesus. It was fine a second ago.
Oh no, man. You might be a ghost.
Dude.
Oh, okay. It looks like the main man gave the bankers your green screen. That's a green screen. It's your green screen keys is giving you an issue right now, man. That's what that is, right?
I'll try to get that fixed right quick.
So yeah, man, our debut on MMA Oddsbreaker, man. Welcome to the cast. Welcome to the first-time viewers, the second-time viewers, the last-time viewers, the regular viewers, the ones that like me and the ones that hate me. Welcome you all. Thanks for being with us. It's early in the morning. Normally, Smack has a beverage, an adult beverage. This morning, Smack is on some coffee, man. So,
respect. All right, we're rocking and rolling now, Pimp. We're rocking and rolling now. All right, you were telling me you watched tape on the first two fights. You have a take on them now?
Yeah, I do have a take. I actually have two pretty decent takes on those fights. First of all, I want to get the name right. Danilo Marquez.
Yeah.
Never in my life have I seen a guy with a worse resume or a worse body of tape make it into the UFC. Him being in the big show doesn't really make a lot of sense. He's fighting against Khadis Ibrahimov. I'm terrible at saying these Slavic names.
Ibrahimov.
Ibrahimov, when I watched him fight, he actually is a fun fighter to watch. He's like batshit crazy. He just throws everything into every punch. He gasses himself out, but even when he's gassed, he continues to throw strikes and he's still active. I think this is going to be a fairly easy fight for him because the guy he's fighting is just god-awful. Danilo Marquez, 2 fights ago, he fought against a guy that was 0-17 and he armbarred him. So I'm not sure what you can take from that guy. Why he's in the UFC? I guess it pays to know people, but that guy is not a UFC caliber talent, and he has to fight in 2 years.
Yeah, he's training with like Verdum and stuff at Kings MMA, so that's like the only positive you could say about the guy.
Yeah, so he doesn't seem like he's UFC caliber. His last fight was 2 years ago. So it's a weird signing. It's a very weird signing, but hey, I'll take it. Ibrahimov. I think that's a free bet right there. I think that's pretty much.
Jan Van is saying Ibrahimov never showed it in the UFC, but he's good. I agree with him, man. Like in his first fight, he looked good, but then he put it all out. He couldn't get the finish. He slowed down. He got finished, and he's had kind of bad luck. But like I think the UFC, they like him, man, and they're bringing Marquez here so Ibrahimov could get a win. But I don't think. I mean, I like Ibrahimov here, but I don't think it's a lock. I think Marquez could win if he gets, because he has no chin and he knows it. So when you watch his fights, he's like chain wrestling. He's going for the takedown, and he's not even that great at. I mean, his wrestling's okay, but his top control is not that good. But if the fight goes late and Ibrahimov gasses, then the Marquez could end up stealing it. But that's the thing. Yeah, I'm taking Ibrahimov by early knockout here.
So that being said, let's talk DraftKings on this one. I think Ibrahimov is live as fuck on DraftKings. I wouldn't want to bet him a lot of money on a straight up, but as a guy that can go out there and get a finish against a relatively unknown guy, he's going to be underneath the radar on a lot of cards. I think he's actually an excellent DraftKings play.
Yeah, because most likely he's going to get a first round knockout, and he throws high volume too. So unless he's either going to get, if he gets the first round finish, it's either going to come like right away. He touches the chin, he goes out, or he lands like 50 significant strikes, and then the guy goes out like towards the end of the round.
Yeah.
So either way, he should put up some numbers if you take him on DraftKings. And Marquez might be a good DraftKings play too if he picks up the win, because he's going to go for takedowns, and Abraham will probably get up. He'll probably get a lot of takedowns. score points that way, and then maybe get a submission.
Is there anybody in the known universe that is in on Danilo Marquez for this fight?
Yeah, there's some people backing him.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Marcelinho, que pasito!
Hey!
What's up?
He's back.
Yeah.
My God.
What's up?
What's going on, cousin?
Goes down, man.
Yeah.
We're doing it dirty today, dog. We're doing it dirty today.
Glad to be back, guys.
Respect, brother. How you doing?
Yeah, man, doing well. Pretty rough day, but whatever. How are you guys
It's the
doing?
weekend, right? It's the
Not bad,
weekend.
bro. Not bad, bro. Hey, Smack, you said this, you watched tape on another fight. Which is that, the Juan Espino fight?
Yeah, the Juan Espino versus Jeff Hughes. I was late getting to that tape. I was surprised, actually pleasantly surprised by Juan Espino, the way he gets after it. He's a heavyweight, but that dude's got some grappling chops for real. We've seen him beat Maurice Green. He dominated him. He's the type of guy that I like to have in DraftKings again, because he's going to go for takedowns. He's going to ground and pound. He's got a motor, and it's heavyweight, so there's always a chance of you stopping somebody. So I'm in on him. I think he's a fairly safe pick. I think Jeff Hughes is a solid guy, but he doesn't really have a lot of output. And I think that style against a guy like Espino is going to be trouble. So I like Espino here. I hate to parlay heavyweights, but he's like -300, -290. So to get some money in on him, I'm parlaying him. But I'm big in on this guy. For DraftKings, I like him quite a bit.
I think the most likely outcome is Espino in round one. But if he doesn't get the submission, you don't think he'll gas?
I don't think Jeff Hughes pushes a pace to make him gas. Jeff Hughes is kind of inactive. So I think people that gas, when you force them to gas.
Espino's going to be the one pushing the base. So if he gasses, it'll be because he goes all out with his grappling and he doesn't get the submission. So that'll be the reason he gasses if he does. But I think he's going to dominate the first round. If he doesn't get the submission, he might slow down after the first round and just like lay and pray and not go for the submission, just like eat up the clock. You know what I mean?
Does he have cardio issues?
He usually gets early finishes, but when fights go past like the first round, he stops being as big of a submission threat, and like he just tries to like win rounds.
Yeah, I believe like he hasn't fought in over 2 years as well, but I think he's been like on some grappling circuit. I heard he was like doing some hardcore straight wrestling. So you would think he would have cardio, because that's fucking grueling work right there. So I don't know. You always got to watch it, but.
He was out for a while. I think he was injured or something. I'm not sure. Yeah.
I think he's been doing some other fighting, though. He hasn't just been doing mixed martial arts.
It ain't easy, dog. It's got to be done, though. It's got to be done. Hey, Marcel, what do you think about Ludovic Klein, my cousin?
He's good, man. He's from the Czech Republic, right? What I saw so far of him, he's a very solid dude, and he got some power. So I'm really looking forward to that fight. By the way, I think many people are high on Shane Young. I picked Ludovic Klein to get it done, but damn, dude, he missed weight, right? 4 or 5 pounds, or what was it?
Klein missed weight?
By 4 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Klein missed weight and Tuhugov missed weight by 4.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wasn't really looking forward to this fight until I saw Bro do the haka. That was one of the strangest things I've ever seen.
You saw Dana's face?
Yeah, that's a meme.
Yeah.
That's forever a meme. That look on Dana White's face was like, yo, what's going on with this guy? So I don't know what that's all about. Shane Young, I heard an interesting take on him. He's got like a gang of cardio. I think him by submission in the second round is like plus 2,500. And him by submission in the third round is like plus 3,000. So if you're looking for some interesting props, you want to get weird with it. But I mean, my pick is Klein. I like Klein a lot. That's going to be a pretty good fight. It's going to be a good scrap.
By the way, you guys know that Espino also wrestled in Senegal. Did you saw those YouTube clips?
No.
That's Senegalese wrestling. You guys should look it up, man. It's it's pretty. He was even bigger than he is now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely look it up.
Is that why he was? So why was he out of UFC for so long? Because he's a winner of the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, he had surgery. He was injured and stuff. And then I think like a half a year ago he was asking for a fight, but he didn't get booked until now. So that's what I know about.
Late action coming in: Khadis Ibrahimov, Zubairat Tahugov, Ludovic Klein. Brandon Royval is getting some late action. Jan Blachowicz is getting some late action. Late action.
Go ahead.
Israel Adesanya is getting some action.
I went back and watched Royval's fights. That guy, there's nothing about him I don't like. I don't see why he was that big of a dog. It's gonna be a good fight, but yeah, I really like Royval, man. He goes for kills. He secures the kills. I like him.
I don't know, man. Tim Elliott was outstriking him, so I think it's going to be
finished Tim Elliott though.
Yeah, because Tim Elliott gassed. I had Royval against Elliott in that fight, and I got lucky that Elliott gassed. Otherwise, he would have killed Royval, bro. Young, like Ibrahimov, never really showed in the UFC. I mean, he's been looking good in the UFC. He looked good against Austin Arnett. It's just that he had a long layoff following that fight. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What did you guys pick a beat between Cadiz against Marquez, or didn't you already talk about it?
I got Cadiz.
Me too.
Yeah, I didn't get the first round knockout.
I was saying that I believe Marquez is now the worst fighter in the UFC. Like, I don't know why he's there. It doesn't. His resume and his tape doesn't say, let's sign this guy. He's a prospect. He's not a prospect. He's 34 years old. Hasn't fought in 2 years. And the 2 fights ago, he fought a guy that was only 16.
Yeah, I just want to say that. Yeah, but I think he is probably part of a deal with Shogun. He is Shogun's teammate, so maybe that's why he's in the UFC now. I don't know.
Yeah, it's some nepotism going on for that one, man.
I think they want to see Ibrahimov get a win, man.
Possible, yeah.
It's a fun fight to watch.
He's exciting. He's fun. He's a good time.
Yeah.
He comes to party.
Shit, man. Two featherweights weighing in at 150. That's crazy.
They could have done the 150 against each other and the 145s against each other.
Yeah, seriously. And those would have been good fights too, actually.
Yeah.
Well, looks like the
What's
fight.
the line movement on Izzy? You said money's coming in on Izzy. What's the line movement?
He's a bigger favorite now. He's minus 185. He was like minus 170 or minus 175 yesterday. He's minus 185 now. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm liking Costa as a dog.
I think Izzy looks good at weigh-ins. Weighed 184. I like that a lot. It tells me he didn't really have to cut no weight. And Costa's fucking looking amazing, shredded.
He was the first to weigh in.
Is he?
Yeah, but he has some chicken legs though, man. He has no muscle tone on his legs.
Costa?
Yeah, he's all upper body.
Yeah. He's that guy in the gym.
But
skips leg day.
Lucky for him, Adesanya doesn't have the heaviest leg kicks.
Yeah.
Man.
And Tahugov missed weight. What's up with those guys, man? They miss weight a lot.
I don't know, dog, but he chose not to take any extra time to cut the weight. So I don't know. I guess if he's probably going to decide to grapple, and if he does so, it's probably going to benefit him.
Yeah, that's a really good fight. That's a hard one to bet. I was in on Tahugov. I'm gonna stay with them, but Hakeem the Dreamer, Mean Hakeem, solid, man. He's not no joke. He's not there to lose, and that's a tough one to bet. I'm not really sure. I don't really have a strong lean on that one. How about you, Big Sale?
Yeah, man. Hakeem is that guy you invite to parties when you want to laugh. Absolutely not. He always looks serious. Yeah, I mean, Hakeem, he's a solid dude, man. I think what's his latest fight against Julio Arce, that split decision win. He has looked pretty well so far in the UFC as far as his what's up, dude? As far as his debut, man. His debut was pretty horrible against Danny Henry, but I think Turugov is all around better than Hakim, and I think Hakim really has to land flush on Turugov to get him out, and I think Turugov can take the fight to the ground and also dominate him there. So I would go with Turugov via decision in this one.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page with this fight. And the odds keep climbing. When we did the show yesterday, it was minus 125. Now it's minus 140. It's probably going to keep going because people are betting him more after he missed weight, because lately, or past year or so, people who miss weight, they've been crushing it, especially grapplers. Jean Van says, "Dog will do by decision," and we say, "You're wrong, pimp." Respect. Smack, you got any bets, dog? Or not yet? You're on mute, I think. We can't hear you.
No, I also can hear you.
You're not. I don't know. Something's wrong with your audio. Yeah. Yeah. Do you play DraftKings at all, Marcel?
No, I don't, man. Should I do it?
Yeah, you should do at least one lineup, bro. Because if you hit it, it's $50K.
Okay.
It's worth it. It's worth it. I have a friend who won and he played one lineup in the NFL last year. He won $1 million.
Damn. Okay.
Crazy, dude.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Who won $1 million?
A friend of mine on NFL DraftKings last year.
He hit the millie?
Yeah.
Damn, that's what's up.
He used to work at the Comedy Store.
And he cashed out. That's what's up. That's what's up. Best wise, I'm in on Stylebender. I'm in on Klein. And I like Jan Blachowicz.
Oh, so you got bets on all three?
Yeah.
You said Klein, Blachowicz, and who?
Stylebender.
Yeah, so I'm against two of those. So one of us is going to have a bad night, pimp.
By the way, guys, I'm an idiot to not know that Alex Reyes is the brother of Dominic Reyes, and both are in the UFC.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were brothers, man.
Well, I forgot about Alex Reyes till you mentioned him. I haven't thought about that guy in a while. He hasn't fought in forever.
Yeah, I think he had a bad injury or something. There was something with him. I don't know exactly what it was.
Dude, his UFC debut, stepping up a weight class against Mike Perry.
Perry.
That was a brutal knockout, bro.
Yeah.
That was a brutal knockout. The knee, he went out cold, dude.
Yeah.
He went out cold. Smack, you playing DraftKings this week?
Yeah, I usually do the $3. You can do 20 entries. Then I sprinkle in a few single entries. I don't like to do any more than that because when a fight gets changed and you got to go through all your fucking lineups and change that shit. But yeah, I'll probably put about 200 or 300 on DraftKings this weekend.
Who you going heavy on?
Man, Stylebender. He's got a really good price. He's got 5 rounds to work with. And also for that same reason, Blachowicz. He's a dog. He's only $7,300. He's got 5 rounds to work with. He's tough as nails. Fuck with him. Like I told you, Mmaob is a guy I really like. Sprinkling in some Brandon Royval. If you're looking for to save some salary, you got Sarge. Really not fucking with Jake Matthews very much. I'm avoiding the Hughes fight on DraftKings.
I'm taking him because at 8,200, I think it's worth the play.
I just think that fight's gonna go to a decision, so you're not gonna cash out.
You can if he grapples, he'll get takedown, shit like that.
See, again, this is the beard thing. I think people look at him because he's got that beard and he comes from that camp like he's a serious grappler. He's a stand-up guy. He's more of a stand-up guy that can grapple than a
well-rounded guy
that can stand-up.
He's Khabib's teammate, dog. He's well-rounded.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You're looking at the beard and you're assuming him to be a grappler.
He grapples with Khabib. I'm not assuming he does it.
I'm saying when he fights, he actually is. He prefers to stand and bang.
That's because he's a good striker.
Yeah,
he's well-rounded. Like some Russians, they're just grapplers, but some are like this guy. They do everything. Like Zabit does everything too.
Yeah,
because they have schools out there like Zabit. He went to a school from when he was in kindergarten, there was no math side. Well, there might have been a little bit, but it's like martial arts, kickboxing, wrestling, boxing, just athletic schools. Like they don't focus on academics that much. It's mostly just a training for martial arts. It's crazy. That's like the only place that does it, as far as I know.
Now, I like him. I think he's really solid. I just think he prefers to stand and strike. I think he will grapple in this fight because you don't want to stand with Mean Hakeem that much. But he's not like next level. He's not like a I don't know. He's not like top of the food chain grappler. He's not like Khabib.
Of course not. Yeah, he strikes first, and usually he gets a knockout. So he doesn't often need to go to the wrestling. He tried against Lerone Murphy because Lerone Murphy has solid boxing, so that was smart to hook off to grapple against that guy. Because if he stood with him, he probably would have lost the boxing match.
But then he gassed in that fight though. All that grappling made him tired. You know, he actually got a draw in that fight, right?
Yeah. But yeah, if he didn't grapple at first, he would have just lost. So he grappled, he won the first round, and then he ended up losing. But if he didn't, he would have just lost at 30-27 or something.
I think this fight might look a lot like that fight. That's what I'm saying. I got to who.
Oh, your audio went again. I don't know what's going on, pimp. Jen Van Den Boss. Now that's a boss ass name, pimp. I think Eubanks can get the decision as an underdog. Yeah, man. I like Eubanks here. I'm on her as a dog. Vieira Eubanks go distance for sure. I wouldn't say for sure, but I agree with that. I got Eubanks winning a decision. Yeah, she's made new home at 135 pounds, and in this weight class, she looks rejuvenated, man. Her cardio looks better than ever. I think, the last fight against Avila, she was a huge underdog, and she got the upset. She looked good there, and she's an underdog here again. And people were counting her out in the last fight, and a lot of people are counting her out in this fight. But I think it's a pretty close fight. I don't think she should. I'm not saying I'm confident she's going to win. I just think it's a coin flip, or pretty close to a coin flip.
Hey, man, I'll be back in a second. Give me. Cool?
Yeah.
Thanks.
My brothers, am I crazy for going heavy on Hughes?
Yes.
Jake says look at face-offs before. Hughes lost already. I haven't seen the face-offs yet, but at that price, I can't really blame anyone for taking a shot on Hughes.
Yeah, great price. Just heavy on him, I think is crazy. You know, but
yeah. You shouldn't put more than $100 on him at the most, dog.
But it's heavyweight MMA, and these guys, the dogs cash frequently.
I think he's going to put a whooping on Espino long layoff with a bunch of injuries. Dog, when is the last time Hughes put a whooping on anyone, though? Ask yourself that question.
Yeah. He's not a bad fighter. I just don't. I wouldn't feel confident putting a big bet on him.
No, bro.
I'm not even going with him on DraftKings very much because he doesn't score.
Our boys Jan Van Den Boss in the house. We got Casual with Balls, Magizzle for Shizzle, and Hot Take Jake, dog. We're popping.
Jake. Where's the homie Nevro?
Nevro's asleep in England, dog. I don't know.
What? Yeah. He doesn't know how to find us. He's like, what is that? 10 o'clock. What time is it?
And we're on a new channel today, too, so he probably doesn't know about this one.
Yeah.
He's probably slipping, dog. Slipping and sleeping.
He's going to be mad. He's going to be mad. Did you see the face-off with Izzy and Costa?
That's the only one I saw, just because it was on Twitter.
I don't understand these guys. Like, what's going on? Like, do they like each other? Do they hate each other? Are they just kind of having fun for the camera? It doesn't feel like there's legit heat there at all.
I don't know. I feel like there's something. I don't know if it's legit heat, but I know they don't like each other.
Kind of catty. It's catty. He
Yeah.
comes out wearing a belt and then a white belt, and then Izzy's got to be held back, and it's like, well,
Yeah, it's like what was weird is he acting like he was offended by that? I'm like, is that really something that would offend you? It's like, why would you get so mad at that? Who cares? He brought a white belt. That's not. It's not like he cussed your mom out.
I was like, all right.
It's like, okay, I'm a white belt. Who cares, bro? Whatever.
Because he's a stand-up fighter. He's a very accomplished stand-up fighter. He's got 80 fights in the kickboxing world. He's, in my opinion, the best striker we've ever seen in the UFC, credential-wise.
I think he's just worried about his chin. That's the thing. Because he got slept when he fought that Brazilian cat in I think his last fight in kickboxing.
In kickboxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think. I think Paulo Costa has a puncher's chance. And I think he's just got a presence, a physical dominating presence where he can walk him down, and he can walk through fire too. Like, he's built of granite. So first round and a half, he's live.
I think he's got more than a puncher's chance, because a puncher's chance means like a one punch knockout. But I think he could wear Adesanya down with like a series of strikes in like the first 2 rounds, and eventually put him away that way. So, but yeah, if it happens, it's probably going to be within 2.5 rounds at most. I won't be surprised if it comes in the 3rd round, because he stopped Uriah Hall in the 3rd round. So, but past the 3rd round, probably not.
Yeah. And I don't think much of Uriah Hall. He has been pretty durable for most of his career, though. You're not going to get those same types of strikes off on Israel Adesanya. He's a much different type of guy. He judges distance. He's got great head movement. He has great footwork. He's a hard target to hit. So I don't think he's going to be able to replicate that. But I've been wrong in the past. I'm just not putting my money on that.
Miguel, you're tripping, dog. But if you want to bet Hughes, go with your gut player. But I wouldn't go heavy on him. But that's just me, dog.
Miguel's really feeling Hughes over here, huh?
You've been warned, dog. But go with your gut. You've been warned.
Don't see it. Just don't see it.
Shit.
But again, what happened to Big Sale? He out?
He had to step away. He'll be back.
All right.
Shit. Hang on a sec, Peanut.
But you are right about that, Miguel, about the Todd Duffy fight. Todd Duffy, if we're talking like the Wizard of Oz, Tyron Woodley needs, well, actually, him and Todd Duffy would have to fight for the role of the Tin Man, because they need some heart. Right? They need some heart. Because Todd Duffy he got a way out of that fight, and he was out. And think about how much Todd Duffy has, like, again, he's actually a lot like Tyron Woodley, because you look at his frame, you look at his skill set, he's explosive. I had high hopes for that guy about 10 years ago, but I don't think he's even fought. Like, he doesn't stay active, and when he does fight, he takes the easy way out, not in the UFC. Think about this. He's not in the UFC, if I'm not mistaken, and he's a heavyweight. Don't they sign heavyweights off the streets?
Man, I had Todd Duffy in that fight. I'm glad he quit, because he was going to lose.
Think about it. Todd Duffy is 9-3, but he's 34 years old, and he had his first fight in 2007.
I've actually met him.
I met him too out in San Jose at the Strike Force event. I think it was was it Gino Carano versus Cyborg?
Damn.
Dude doesn't want to fight. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, he's not that good either. He just got size and power.
Well, yeah, he's not. But he came in with a lot of size and a lot of power, and he was. Think about this. He's 34 now. He made his debut in the UFC when he's 21 years old. Young stud. If he'd worked on his game, he's out there in San Jose. He could be training with Daniel Cormier and the guys at AKA, Javier Mendez. He could have improved. He's had 13 years in the game.
Yeah, he had a lot of injuries and shit, potential career-ending stuff. So he was sidelined for a while.
That takes its toll on you too.
What's up, Marcel?
Hey, what's up, man? What fight are we talking about?
We're talking about Todd Duffy against Jeff Hughes.
Todd Duffy against Jeff Hughes?
Yeah, when he quit. Remember that? He was winning, then he got tired and
Oh,
quit.
yeah. That was it eye poke or was it?
It was an eye poke.
Yeah.
But that was smart of him to quit because he was gassing, bro.
That was over a year ago, and he hasn't fought since.
Speaking of smart quitters, Diego Sanchez against Michel Pereira in his last fight, he was getting his ass kicked. Then he took the DQ and got his win bonus. Got back in the win column. That's coming back facing Jake Matthews, and it's plus 550, dog.
Then was plus 700 for us, right?
Diego?
Yeah.
I don't think so. No,
No.
He was minus 700.
Sorry.
Matthews is minus 750.
Yeah.
My bad.
Hey, Marcel, who do you think's a lock on this card?
Who do I think is a lock on this card? Damn. That's actually a very good question, dude, because I would honestly say Espino if I had to pick. But it's tough. I don't think there is a clear lock on this card, in my opinion.
What are the chances you think he wins in the first round?
85%.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that, dog. What do you think about what's that?
The lock in the card is probably Jake Matthews.
Yeah, maybe.
It's
I don't
just
know.
you can't bet it.
It's hard to call that guy a lock, bro. Especially again, Diego's Diego, but like he beat Mickey Gall, dog. And like would Jake Matthews kill Mickey Gall? I don't know. That might be a close fight. I don't know.
Could be. This is a dicey card, though. There really aren't that many people you can feel super comfortable. Just say, yeah, this guy, mismatch.
We got a casual with balls who likes Adesanya and Jake Matthews as a parlay.
Hey, don't parlay minus 700. What do you get out of it?
I mean, don't do anything with it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not worth the risk. You're gonna fuck up you can cash an easy ticket. You're better off going Adesanya by stoppage. You're gonna get much better odds.
Hey, casual, if you want to bet Jake Matthews, dog, you gotta look at the props. If you think he's gonna stop him inside the distance, pays plus 140. So you get plus 140 on the guy who's minus 750. Now that's value.
Yeah.
Or decision is minus 110. So you got to ask yourself, do you think he's going to win by decision, take the minus 110, or he's going to get a finish, take the plus 140? Those are way better odds than minus 750. So make the decision, hit the prop, bet it and get it, pimp. Bet it and get it.
There we go. Trademark.
Those are locks, no parlay. Dog, don't tell me a minus 750 is a lock, dog. Get out of here, dog. He's telling me minus 750 is a lock, dog. Come on, Cash. Come on, Cash.
Get that shit out of here.
How about Espino tape? What are you talking about, Miguel? What about him? What tape?
I like this tape. And he's beating some decent heavyweights.
Yeah, I had him in his UFC debut against Maurice Green. He came through for me.
Yeah.
Not against Maurice Green, against Justin Frazier or whatever the guy's name was.
Yeah.
Did he also beat the Braddock Silva dude and the Ultimate Fighter, right? The kickboxer.
I believe you're right.
He went through everyone on the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
He's good, bro. Just that the long layoff is the only thing that's concerning people.
And he's already 40, right? Or is he 39?
I think he's gonna be. I think he'll be 40. Yeah, I think you're right. He's 40.
He looks good for 40, though.
About to say in heavyweight, that's not really that old. They skew a lot older for that division.
Yeah.
He doesn't look 40. He looks like maybe like 33, bro. That guy's He's in shape. He looks decent.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think about Alexa Kimura versus William Knight?
What's your take on that one, Marcelino?
Yeah, man. When SmackDown said Alexa, Gabe was like, "What was wrong, Alexa?" But yeah, what did I think about that, dude? When I saw the weigh-in, man, Alexa was a lot bigger than Knight, right? Knight, I don't know, man. In this contender series fight last time, he didn't look good at all, and then he turned it around against Brundage, I think. Alexa Kamer, he looked good in this contender series fight against Fabio Charant, I think, but that fight wasn't really great in my opinion. But that's why I'm 50-50 on the fight. If I had to pick, if I had to choose, I'm going for Alexa Kimura. I want to say Alexa Kimura via decision.
Respect. That's a tough one, man.
It is.
I took Kimura. At the beginning of the week, I was pretty confident in Kimura, but as the days went on, like look more into the fight. Her interviews from Night, I don't know, man. I started to get a little nervous. I thought about buying out of my Kimura bet, but I haven't yet. Knight revealed that these two have a history like before the UFC. Like he's been wanting to fight this guy for a while, and he's got him on his radar and stuff like that. So he said he's been preparing for this guy for a while. So that makes you a little nervous, you know, because originally I thought, all right, this might be a tough stylistic matchup on like a couple of weeks' notice. But now if he's a guy he's had in his mind for years. Then he's probably ready to fight him. So there's the rub.
What's going on with that? What's the heat about?
It's not really heat. Just they were supposed to fight in the regional circuit, then it didn't work out. And I'm not sure. And he wanted the fight because he wanted to beat some. He wanted to beat some undefeated guys, and that he wanted to fight Kimura, but the fight didn't work out. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. He was talking about it for like a few minutes.
Okay.
Billy Knight.
He's only 5'10". He's probably closer to 5'9". He's swole as shit. Like that's going to be a really interesting fight. To me, it's Dogger Pass. Alexa's only got 6 professional fights, so I don't want to lay chalk on a guy with 6 fights, gassing his last time out as well. So it's really another dicey fight. But William Knight is green as shit, but he just has ridiculous power and some good fight instinct. So, yeah, I'm rocking with William Knight. Not at all confident now, but I look forward to that fight. I'm going to see how this one shapes up.
You weren't impressed with Kimura's win over Justin Liddell, were you?
No, not at all. I thought like, he gassed really bad towards the end of that fight. Those are good rounds though when you're fighting a legit heavyweight and you got to see what happens when you don't get the knockout. So I think that's valuable experience. He's a really young dude. He's 24 years old. We've been seeing a lot of these young guys who are kind of hype trains get derailed and they're coming up against competition and they're not faring so well. Was he minus 130, minus 140?
Yeah. Well, no, actually, I think it's minus 160.
Minus 160. I think that's a stay away. So it's dog or pass on that one. But I don't have a good beat on Alexa, to be honest. I kind of want to know what everybody else is thinking about that guy.
Who do you think is the better dog, William Knight or Sajara?
You got to say Sajara, just because she's hot right now. She's like, I like what I hear from her, like in her interviews, and she's admitting, like, yeah, I was kind of trash when I first came in. That's why I kept saying, let me get fights. The only way to get better is get these fights. I'm getting better. She was Mark Henry, right?
Yeah.
I was just like, with it being so quiet with no fans in the arena, I like some of the dynamics where we can hear the corners like addressing the fighters, and you can see that when Mark Henry tells you to do something, she does it and she has success. So that tells me, almost like TJ Dillashaw once he got with Dwayne Bang Ludwig. his game elevated. He became a completely different fighter. Sometimes you get that right coach and that right pupil type situation, and their game takes off. So with her, she's got top of the food chain jiu-jitsu. She wasn't really a mixed martial artist, so her record is kind of trash. 2 losses to Aspen Ladd, but it's hard to deny she's been looking really good, and it seems like she figured out her cardio.
She's got knockouts too, bro. On the Ultimate Fighter, she's got a head kick knockout. She's got some solid wins.
Yeah, and she seems like she's fixed her gas tank issues. So that's a great dog.
Lydon bet Ledet against Kimura because he thought the counter left was there all day. You can tell Ledet is a flat earther when he fights. What a bum.
I fucking hate you fucking flat earthers, man. What the fuck? Is he a flat earther?
Yeah, no, I love flat earthers, dog. They're dope. Hey, man, what is it with Miguel? He's obsessed with Jeff Hughes. Did you guys watch any Hughes tape? Honestly, dude, we just spent an hour talking about the Paul Duffy, the Todd Duffy fight. Yeah, I thought. Ledet came up short, dog. Ledet has good boxing, but he just doesn't put it together like he should.
He's got pillow hands. He's got good boxing with no stopping power, though. So it's like he's flicking out these little jabs, but he doesn't have the power to stop anybody, so he lets him stay alive. I actually used to really like Justin Ledet when he first came in. I was excited to see like a pure boxer come in to the mixed martial arts world. I thought he would have a decent career, but I thought he'd be like Cassius. What's his name? Oh man, not Cassius Clay. He's a white dude, Clay Pollock. Cassius Clay Pollock, Collar.
The featherweight.
Yeah, he kind of came in with like a really exciting boxing style. He's actually a fairly good fighter, mixed martial arts wise, but he's actually fighting in boxing now. He made that switch. I thought Ledet would be something closer to him, but that's not the case.
He had 2 good fights, but after that, he had some tough fights. He faced Johnny Walker, Alexander Rakic. I mean, you're not going to do good against those guys.
Yeah, true. But you could do good against Alexa Kimura.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can, pimp. So I gave out 2 free plays for this card. My first free play was the under on Khadisi Ibrahimov and Danilo Marquez at 2.5 rounds, minus 130. It's minus 135 now. And my second free play was a parlay of Dominic Reyes and Kai Kara France. 2 fights, both of which my man Smack God is against me on.
I think I like the dogs. I think they're live dogs in both of those. It's not that I don't think that the smart money is on Reyes and the smart money is on France. I do believe that. But man, Brandon Royval, every time I went back and watched some more of him this morning, and I really like the guy's tape. I think he's live. He's got a big reach advantage too.
Do you think
he was probably about 4 inches taller than Kai Kara France?
Do you think he could win the fight standing?
It's mixed martial arts, so I think he can score standing. I don't think who knows? If Kai gas, because Kai will gas too. Kai Kara France will gas. So in the 3rd round, an accumulation of punches, yeah, he can finish him standing. Catch him with some type of spinning shit or elbow.
Why you're high on Kai Kara France, man?
Because he has a massive striking advantage.
Okay, I don't know, man. I'm not high at all on Kai Kara France, to be honest.
Well, I'm not high on him as a fighter.
Yeah.
I've been betting him in a lot of his fights, but I think this matchup stylistically it should be a walk in the park.
I'm probably still how do you say that? Pissed about the decision against Rolian Paiva, I think.
Well, you're pissed. I should be the one that's pissed.
Why?
Because I lost $500 on that.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I had $500 on Paiva, dog, and he won that fight, and he got screwed.
He definitely did. Yeah.
Hot Take Jake says he rewatched Paiva Kara France last night. Paiva almost guillotined the motherfucker at the end of the second, saved by the bell. De La Rosa could have jumped on his back if he was taller too. There will be lots of opportunities for Royval.
Yeah.
Hot Take Jake.
Those weren't hot takes though. That was like down the line, looking at the tape, making assessments.
I think creative striking will open a lot of opportunities. I agree with Jake on that one. I think Royval's creative striking will open a lot of opportunities for Kara France to knock his ass out.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. That's a really good scrap, man. Matchmakers did a good job with this card. There's a lot of good matchmaking on this card right here.
A positive for Royval is that he's fighting at a Factory X with Zalal Youssef, Chris Gutierrez, and all them pimps out there. So he's got a good team behind him, good coaches, but I think it's too much too soon for him, bro. The second UFC fight, big mismatch on the feet.
What's that?
Hey.
How to get some breakfast?
Royval ain't getting knocked out. He's got a chin. Hey, dog. Doesn't matter if you got a chin or not.
Well, I think that matters. He's never been knocked out.
Doesn't matter, dog. Doesn't matter.
And Kai Kara France isn't exactly blazing through competition in the UFC.
I think he could get a TKO. I think if he pours it on Royval, he'll get a TKO.
So are you taking him by TKO?
Yeah, I took the TKO at plus 510. Right now it's at plus 415.
I mean, at plus 510, I'll take a stab at it. I don't really think that's the outcome, but it's juicy odds. I like the juicy odds.
I think there's a chance. I mean, I think it's more likely that he wins by decision, but I think a third of the time he wins by knockout or TKO. 2/3 by decision, a third by TKO.
What percentage a chance to win do you give Brandon Royval?
25.
If that's how you feel, then it makes sense for you to bet at those odds. I think it's a lot closer. I think Kai Kara France by minus 170, minus 160 makes more sense.
Kai Kara France is running away from people at the end of decisions and just launched some clothing brand. Fighting before Izzy. A lot of pressure, a lot to lose versus Hungry Kid. Really like Royval.
And I want to pay attention to what Hot Take Jake just said right there. There was an S at the end of decision. That just goes to show you what I'm saying is that at the end of fights, Kai Kara France isn't necessarily winning that third round. He's not looking good going late into the fights. He's solid everywhere. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. I'm just saying that he's not putting on dominant performances. So again, you're coming against a guy like Brandon Royval who's going to go for it, who's hungry, has a lot to prove, excited to be here. That's the type of dog I like. Betting wise, beware if you're on Kai.
I think he's going to be able to take every round, bro, even the third. Even the third. I think Royval needs to take the fight to the mat if he wants to win, and that's not going to be easy to do because he doesn't have a good wrestling game, and Kara France has good takedown defense.
You don't think Kai Kara France tries to clinch and grapple and take him down at all?
Take Royval down? No.
No? Okay.
What do you think about?
Has some slick jits, man.
He does, dog, but I don't think it's going to matter. What do you think about Marvin Vettori versus Omari Akhmedov?
I know what you think about it.
It's a bullshit matchup. One guy's on a decline, probably going to get cut, and the other guy's on a winning streak, head on an upper trajectory. It's like they're headed on different paths, so the matchmaking doesn't make sense here.
Wait a minute. I thought he was getting Impa to Pimpa.
Nah, it's Vettori versus Akhmedov.
Yeah, but I remember they were talking about him versus Impa. That was what was talked about.
Who?
On Twitter. Between the two of them, they agreed verbally to a fight on Twitter.
Who are you talking about?
Vettori and Impa to Pimpa.
Well, maybe, but it never got booked. The fight is Akhmedov versus Vettori.
The worst fight.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And Vettori versus Pimpa wouldn't make sense either. That would be a bad. That wouldn't make sense for Vettori. He needs like a bigger step up type of thing. But Akhmedov, Vettori's going to kill Akhmedov, and it's not going to do anything for his ranking. It's not going to do anything for his career. He's not going to move forward. He's just going to get another win, another paycheck.
Hey, by the way, how come nobody's talking about this? All this shit they was talking about Chimaev, he's going to fight back-to-back weeks. What the fuck happened? I thought he had Damian Maia this week.
Well, Damian Maia doesn't want to fight his ass, dog.
What the fuck happened? They were like promoting it already as this thing. Like he's going to fight in back-to-back weeks.
Because the UFC thought Damian Maia is going to take the fight, but Damian Maia is like, fuck you.
He saw that fight and backed out.
Yeah, he's like, didn't you see a couple months ago? I was saying I wanna retire against Diego Sanchez. Now you're giving me Chimaev? I asked for Diego Sanchez and you're giving me Chimaev?
He said, fuck that up.
Yeah.
I was like 40 years old. Like, I'm not fighting that motherfucker. Hell no.
What are you trying to do to me, dog? One last concussion to go out on? No, thank you. Give me Diego Sanchez.
Dude, I said immediately after the Chimaev fight, I don't want to see Chimaev fight Damian Maia. Come on, man.
No way, dude. No way. Hell no. And I did not want to see that Damian Maia Gilbert Burns fight. I said it's going to end in first round knockout, and I don't want to see Damian Maia get knocked out in an empty arena. I said I don't want to see that happening, and it's what's going to happen, and it's what happened.
So they said they got Chimaev a top 15 guy. Who do we think it is?
Let me pull up the rankings right quick.
Yeah, but what
Who is
welterweight or
this guy
middleweight?
talking about Kobe Covington? Get that shit out of here. We ain't talking about no fucking Kobe Covington. He doesn't have a fight coming up.
At welterweight, Neal Magny would make sense.
Anthony Pettis?
Nah, they wouldn't give him Pettis.
He would smash Anthony Pettis' soul in a 5-round fight with Anthony Pettis. No, sir.
At middleweight, Ian Heinisch would make sense.
Heinisch is booked against Brandon Allen.
Tavares might make sense.
Yeah.
Brad Tavares?
Yeah, but he's coming up.
A top 15 guy.
Dak Brunson?
Tavares is 12.
He's 12?
Yeah.
Shit, really? That's surprising.
Yeah, he shouldn't be in there.
What about Uriah Hall?
12?
Uriah Hall, he has a fight coming up too, right? He's number 10.
I don't know. Against who? Oh, against Anderson Silva. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I think Neal Magny's the best option from all of these.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, no. Yeah. Neal Magny is actually a good fight. Brad Tavares versus Chimaev, that's not going to excite anybody.
Neal Magny,
Tavares is better than Mearchart.
Neal Magny's like the perfect measuring stick.
Yep. It's a really good fight, actually. It's a different type of puzzle for Chimaev there.
Call me crazy, but I would have loved to see Chimaev against Leon Edwards. Sorry. I know it doesn't make sense, but I would have loved to see
that. No, I like that.
I don't. Too soon.
Why you don't like it, Gabe? Oh, too soon. Okay.
Because Edwards need, because I think Chimaev could beat Edwards, and I wouldn't want to see Edwards lose to a guy that's low ranked right now. I want to see him like get a number 1 contender fight or a title shot or something like that.
Yeah,
he should fight Colby, man. He should fight Colby, in my opinion.
Yeah, the UFC doesn't want to give him any fights like that, man.
He wants that fight.
Now, he should fight Masvidal. That should be the fight. I don't know why the UFC is taking so long to make that fight, dude. They got the promo video to make that fight. Just make it.
Yeah.
My Street Jesus and Kobe.
Yeah, no, yeah, Street Jesus and
Atlas.
Edwards.
Leon. It's a good fight too.
Yeah,
They've
yeah.
got some options right now.
You just like the first name, that's all.
I love the first name. It's an excellent first name. Matter of fact, if we took like a poll of all the people who have been on this show and asked them what's your favorite first name, I think Leon would win.
Yeah. we got more Leons than any show anywhere.
ever.
Man, Damian Maya is ranked number 6, bro. Damian Maya is number 6. Tyron Woodley's number 7. I think we just and RDA is number 9. Dude, we just need to clean up this rankings, dude. Like put them proper.
Where's Wonder Boy?
Wonder Boy is number 5.
Okay.
We need to fix up these rankings, bro. Anthony
for real.
Anthony Pettis is still ranked at welterweight, bro. He's number 14. Come on, dog.
Isn't Tyrone Woodley coming off of 2 straight losses?
3.
3 straight?
Yeah.
Okay. But he's number 6? Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, Robbie Lawler, Pettis, Nate Diaz. Dude, what are these guys doing here, dude?
What is Nate Diaz even doing on that list? And I love Nate Diaz.
That's why I said
Be on that
Pettis, man,
list.
because he's still ranked.
Who?
That's why I said Pettis, because he's still ranked.
Yeah, it's crazy.
These rankings make no sense. Once you get outside the top 4, the rankings don't make any sense. Like, okay, Vicente Luca is behind Tyrone Woodley and behind Damian Maya.
That's probably because he lost to Stephen Thompson did back then. He won all these others.
Yeah.
Yeah, not against Leon Edwards. I think he lost to Edwards, Thompson, and Michael Grace, but all the others he won.
Michael Chiesa has been looking good at 170, but there's no way that Vicente Luque should be ranked 3 behind him, bro. I mean 4 or 2 behind him.
Didn't Chiesa win against Dos Anjos, and that's why he came so high in the list, I think.
Yeah, but Vicente Luque would kill Dos Anjos, dog.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
He's a true 170. You know, he's a big 170.
Yeah, he's got the great striking. He's got great jiu-jitsu. He's well-rounded, bro.
Dos Anjos is a very small 170. What, former champion at 155?
Yeah, Henry. We see the chat, bro. You're saying they're trying to cancel Kobe, take away his sponsors, and kick him out. They're still talking about Kobe despite pay-per-view coming this weekend. Who cares, dog? Who cares?
We don't care about this motherfucker. He don't have a fight booked.
I mean, it's not interesting what's going on. They're trying to say he's racist, this, that.
He is racist, but that's why I don't want to talk about him. If he doesn't have a fight, I don't want to talk about Kobe.
I thought we agreed a week ago that he's not really racist. That he's just.
And then he went out and said that Kamaru Usman has to look at his tribes and his smoke signals. So then he erased all doubt. So at that point, it's a wrap. I'm done talking about him.
When I heard that, I didn't think it was a racist thing, but I don't know.
It clearly was. And it's like if a kid is like in class and he's like doing stupid shit to get attention from the class, like making fart noises or something, just ignore the fucking kid, kick him out of the class. Like, move on. He's on some other shit. He never got attention. It's his first time in his life getting attention. He doesn't deal well with it. Fame goes to a lot, like even Stylebender, right? He was a really cool dude. The fame's kind of gone to his head a little bit. Like, he's becoming an unlikable character. Some people don't deal with fame and attention, and I'm not going to give that idiot any more of my attention. He's an excellent fighter. When he has a fight, I'll discuss him. Don't care.
Is he called a fan? Is he a cracker?
You called him a cracker. Oh, well. Don't care. Does he have a fight?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Who's he gonna fight?
Paulo Costa.
I like him. Yeah. If you call Paulo Costa a cracker, I care. But like this, Kobe Covington is stuck because he doesn't want to fight Kamaru Usman again. Don't believe the hype. He doesn't want that fight again. Got his jaw broke. Think he wants that fight? No. He fought against Tyron Woodley, who was, as Dean Thomas told us, he basically has 1 foot out the door. probably time to hang it up. Right? So is he going to look good versus Leon Edwards? Maybe, possibly. I don't think so. Gilbert Burns will probably lock him up and choke him out. But Kamaru Usman, we've already seen that fight. And it doesn't get any better for Kobe after that. He'll have his little stupid hat and his little stupid squirt gun and his little stupid promos. But he'll never really be a true champion.
But Leon, can you explain more about how you feel about Colby Covington?
Yes.
Who do you guys think he should fight?
Covington.
What?
Who Covington?
What's that?
Who do we think? Who do you think Covington should fight?
Yeah.
Edwards.
Well, if I'm booking this as a promoter, Jorge Masvidal. Hey, who was that? Block that motherfucker.
I did. He's in timeout.
What was that?
He's trying to talk some shit.
Okay.
He's talking racist shit to me. Get the fuck out of here.
No, you just said you're done. You didn't say any
He
racist.
said black.
Oh,
Hey, dear, I saw it. Get that nigga out of here.
Henry said.
Address me as a smack god, or there you go. You can address me as a smack god, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So appropriately address your god, and you
it's
can say
smack
whatever
god.
you want to say.
Mr. Smack.
Yes, sir.
Respect.
You can say whatever. You can say smack god is an idiot or smack god is whatever. As long as you appropriately address me.
Put some respect on the name.
The show. Then say whatever you got to say. I respect all takes.
Colby Usman fight was razor close.
Until he got his jaw broke and got stopped by the referee, we could say that, yes, it was a good fight.
I think at DraftKings, both of them were on the winning lineup.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Hey, hell of a fight. That was a good fight. He's a hell of a fighter.
Yeah.
I think him versus Street Jesus is a good fight for him because he'll probably win that fight. Allow him to stay on his little bullshit, hype train tour. But when he fights against Usman again, or if he fights against Burns, I think he's going to get tapped by Burns, and I think Usman's going to break his face again.
You know what would be a really tough fight for him? Jeff Neal, but that'd be all the way down to number 12.
Jeff Neal?
Yeah. Jeff Neal is a beast, dog. No one wants to fight that guy. He's like Usman was a couple years ago. No one wanted to fight him before he had the belt. And no one wants to fight a guy like Jeff Neal who's ranked number 12 when he should be in the top 5. You know what I mean?
Top 5?
Yeah, because he
put him in the top 8.
He's dangerous, dog. He's dangerous.
Okay, so all right, top 5. We got Colby Covington, Gilbert Burns, Leon Edwards, Jorge Masvidal, and I got to put Vicente Luque up there. Would be 5.
I think Jeff Neal kills Gilbert Burns.
But he doesn't have the resume to be in the top 5 yet. Gilbert Burns has.
Yeah, I'm talking about skill wise where he should be.
Oh, you're saying where you think that? Okay.
Yeah.
He could be. There's an argument for that.
Because I think he destroys Gilbert Burns. I think he destroys Jorge Masvidal.
Man, he's good, man. To think that he came into the UFC via a contender series for a very late replacement. He wasn't even supposed to be on it.
Think of how good Bilal Muhammad is. Now think of how Jeff Neal dominated him.
Yeah.
He's a plus athlete. He's a plus athlete, and I mean, yeah, you got to get a guy credit. Who was his next fight against?
Nobody. He was supposed to fight Neil Magny, but he had to pull out because he had that. What was that? He fell down during training, and he had to been driven to the hospital or something. I don't know exactly what happened, but it was pretty serious.
Had a bad weight cut. Like he had a really terrible weight cut. He said his body shut down. Was that him?
Yeah, and he was almost dead. He said literally he was almost dead.
Okay. What about him versus Khamzat?
Damn.
Jeff Neal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. That's a
good fight.
too much too soon for Khamzat.
Why are you trying to protect Khamzat? That's the second time you've been like, nah, man.
It's because it's not that I'm trying to. I think Khamzat could win the fight. It's just that I think Jeff Neal deserves a chance to fight someone who could get him into the top 5, not someone below him.
You know what? I think that whoever. Okay, so right now we talked about this. Khamzat is kind of getting like the UFC stimulus package. He's getting one of the biggest pushes we've ever seen. So ignore the rankings. We all know those are bullshit. If you beat this guy on this come up, it's gonna make you a star. He's got that much buzz. We haven't seen anything like this since probably Conor McGregor when he was running through people and knocking people out.
So don't forget CM Punk here.
So yeah, I think that that's a good fight, and I think the winner comes out smelling like roses, man. Hey, what did dude say? He got a rat lip? You said he had a rat lip?
Yeah, what's a rat lip, bro? What the hell is a rat lip?
Oh no, but it got under the skin though.
Yeah, but this guy looks like someone sliced his lip or something.
Yeah, it's probably a bad story behind that. It's like you seen Batman, The Dark Knight, when the Joker's telling the story, he got them scars. Like, it's probably a gruesome story behind that lip, man.
Yeah, man. Some dark shit.
Because it hurt his feelings, right? It really hurt his feelings. But that's style bender for you. Like that's what style bender has lowered himself to becoming. A guy that's doing personal appearance smack about a guy that's smaller than him. Like, what even started that beef?
What's that?
Why were they even beefing? Why are they even talking about each other?
Because
Khamzat
said that he would beat Usman and Adesanya both. And then Adesanya went to him like that rat lip or something. So.
Oh, what did he say? He would beat them both?
Yeah, not at the same night or something, but he said he will beat them both if they fight.
Okay, well, then you deserve to have somebody talk about you. Look, you can't call out guys in higher weight classes because, first of all, you're not going to go up there and fight them.
He fights in middleweight and welterweight, man. He fights in both weight classes. So
he's not really a middleweight, though. He's kind of doing that to stay busy, right? So I don't think that he should be calling out the champion at 185. I don't know. I don't think that's a realistic fight at this point.
He's shooting for the stars, dog. It's not realistic. He knows he's not going to get it. He's just trying to get some headlines.
Yeah. Well, he got one. So, okay. Book the fight, Gabe. Who you want for Khamzat next? If you're protecting your investment here.
I'm not protecting him. I'm moving him up without ruining anyone else's career. Like, why ruin Neal? Why? Because Neal Magny doesn't deserve that. He deserves a step up in competition.
Yeah. I'm asking who'd you book?
Not Neal Magny. I meant Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal deserves to move up, not fight some big prospect that's not even ranked.
What about Michael Chiesa versus Khamzat? That might be the fight there.
Yeah, him or Magny, I think.
Listen, we all talking about Khamzat Chimaev, but what about Sean Brady, man? He's good as well. He's also at welterweight. What do we think about him?
Is he a welter? I thought he was smaller than that.
No, he's welterweight. He made his debut against Court McGee.
Yeah. Got that sexy back tattoo too. That's what Marcel is really talking about.
Yeah, that's a good tattoo, dog. That Japanese kabuki.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's good, but I think Khamzat would take him out, no problem.
It's going to be exciting once some of these younger prospects, once they start to. Well, right now, the guys that are making money are some of these guys who are there. They're kind of like your Nate Diaz guys, your Rafael Dos Anjos guys, Tyron Woodley. These guys got to kind of get out of the way and make way for the young guys. I didn't realize Sean Brady was a 170-pounder. But if you really do this the right way and you start promoting fights between these young, hungry dudes, well, then I think that 170-pound division will get really, really exciting.
Why am I silenced? Because you were being racist and you were talking shit, pimp.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
All right. Nina Ansaroff and Amanda Nunes had a baby. Damn, they had a daughter.
How does that work?
Artificial insemination? I don't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, so who had the baby? Well, I guess we know it wasn't
Nina had the baby.
Yeah, it had to have been. Oh, well, congrats. I'm progressive. I'm all for that kind of shit. That's dope. That's dope. And I stand for the lioness.
She's a beast, dog.
Great champion. An absolutely outstanding fighter.
Oh shit! Cody Stamen versus Marab Davalis. What?
Ooh,
yeah,
that's good.
That's what? Good. I don't know, man. That's a tough fight for Marab. That's a tough fight for Marab, dude. It's a good fight though. It's a tough fight for both guys, but it's a good fight.
Well, we know if the other Leon was here, he would say Marab is going to smash that guy, and it's not even going to be close.
Hey, that guy says he's half black. He's not racist.
I don't give a fuck. Listen, you fucking dumb motherfucker. Call me the black guy. Look right there. You see that? That right there? It says the smack guy. If you didn't know my name, all you had to do was look at the fucking screen, you idiot. So because you didn't do that, shut the fuck up. I don't care if you're full black, half black, a quarter black from the Zulu Nation. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Call me by my name or shut the fuck up. Go someplace else.
Yeah, and if you're half black, you should know better.
Yeah, dumbass. Look at my name. It's right there. It's underneath me. Anyway.
Doing it dirty today, dog.
Here to talk about fights, man. Liberalism and cultural. Who the fuck liberalism and cultural tribalism? What podcast are you watching? We're talking about fights. Bets.
I forget about these guys. They're tripping, dog. We got Robbie Lawler against Mike Perry coming up. What?
They keep giving Mike Perry rank guys until he beats one, so I can put him in the rankings or something. I don't know what's up.
How can you not love Mike Perry though? How can you not love this guy?
He's fun, but is he top 15 worth? Should he be
he's not
top
ranked
15?
in the top 15. So
no, but he keeps getting the rank for guys to fight, and he hasn't beaten one. But he can beat Lawler, I think.
You know who's missing out of this list? Put my motherfucking boy in here, the king of Sacramento, Max Griffin. He deserves to be on this top 15 list. Take some of these old guys out. He had a really good fight with Mike Perry.
He got a fight lined up.
He beat the shit out of Mike Perry.
Yeah.
You think he's going to win his next fight?
Who has he got next?
He got Ramiz Brahimaj.
Oh, yeah, he should win that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good fight for Max. Max, you know, like in Sacramento, this is one of the hotbeds of mixed martial arts. The people who come from this factory of creating fighters go on to have really good UFC careers. There was a guy by the name of Dave Huckabee. Dave the Bad Man Huckabee. You probably remember him from World Series of Fighting.
Yeah.
He knocked out Ray Sefo.
Yeah, I lost money on that.
That was a really fun fight. Dave, shout out to Dave Huckabee. It's one of my homies out here. He is without a doubt, or was at one point in time, the king of Sacramento, heavyweight, biggest, baddest dude out here. Ran a gym, had a lot of fighters at the gym, respected throughout the city. He actually had a fight against a guy named David Mitchell, who's a David Terrell brown belt, I believe, but just a super high level of jiu-jitsu. And like Dave Mitchell would say, he'd be driving around town and he would see some of Dave Huckabee's boys, and they were like calling. They're like, "Yo, we see that guy you about to fight. Should we get him right now?" And Dave's like, nah, we're gonna actually fight, and we're gonna fight and really settle it, because they were talking a lot of shit. So they have this fight, and Dave Mitchell taps out Dave Huckabee. Dave Mitchell was fighting at 170, 185, moved up to heavyweight to tap Dave Huckabee. Taps him in the first round. It was a nasty fight. I was cage side for it. So Dave Mitchell was the de facto king of Sacramento, right? He beat the guy. Dave Mitchell fights Max Griffin, and again, Dave Mitchell, he's down with the Diaz brothers, jiu-jitsu ace, especially not just jiu-jitsu, but mixed martial arts jiu-jitsu, where you're stopping guys and you can implement your game plan, take them down. He fought against Max Griffin, and Max Griffin floored him. I believe he knocked him out in the first round, by de facto making Max Griffin the king of Sacramento, which means something. So I'm saying that Max Griffin, King of Sacramento, should be in the top 15. He's actually a super good athlete. May never become champion, but he fights at a super high level. Another guy missing off this list. No, scratch that. But yeah, Max Griffin, solid guy. I like him in his next fight. I think he should creep into that top 10.
Yeah, man, Max Griffin's pretty solid. He has flat feet, I think, though. I think he has flat. I think I read that somewhere.
He's got flat feet.
Yeah.
It's a tough dude, man. He's made of good stuff. What does that mean? Yeah. What the fuck is flat feet?
Like where there's no like curvature on the bottom of the feet, so it's like flat. And when you have feet like that, it's hard to like have good footwork.
I'm gonna have to call Max and be like, "Yo, bro, you got flat feet?"
That's what I heard a few years ago. I don't know.
Got a new baby on the way too.
Baby Max.
Yep.
Thiago Santos, Glover Teixeira, booked for November 7th. Finally, has been rebooked like 9 times already. Vulcan versus Nikita Krylov. That should be a scrap, dog.
Good fight. Nikita Krylov looked good his last time out.
Against Johnny Walker.
He's been getting. He came into the UFC at like 18, 19. His nickname was the Al Capone.
Al Capone.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the worst fights in UFC history in his debut against Stoa Palele. They it went to the deep into the third round with both guys gassed a minute into the fight, and it went deep. And his second fight, he came as a like plus 400 underdog against Walt Harris. Got a first round knockout like right off the bat. Busted all my parlays.
Let me guys tell you a funny story, man. So my co-host on Loud One MMA podcast, he was like Johnny Walker against Nikita Krylov. No way that fight goes to a decision. And everybody was like, "You want to bet on something?" It's like, okay, cool. If that fight goes to a decision, I cut my hair as Larry Davis. So that fight went to a decision, and he cut his hair as Larry Davis. It's on
Larry
YouTube.
David?
Yeah.
That's for Curb Your Enthusiasm for y'all that don't know. But that's my guy. I fuck with Larry David, dog.
Yeah, dog.
Hey, you know what? I don't have to cut my hair like Larry David. If I let this shit grow, you seen the Jeffersons?
Yeah.
I look like George Jefferson, dog. Like this shit right here don't grow this. I would go full on Larry David if I grew my shit out, bro.
That was up. All right, dog. Let's wrap this baby up. Our debut episode was solid. We did it dirty today. Thanks, MMA Osbreaker. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Subscribe to this channel. Go subscribe to our channel. Gabe Killian Comedy and Sports. The URL is youtube.com/Gabriel Killian. Subscribe to that channel and stay tuned. We're going to do a live fight companion during the fights, and we're going to do the fight breakdowns on Wednesday. So check us out, and we'll be back here sooner rather than later. So stay tuned. Follow us on Twitter. It's at Money Right FC, and I'm at Gabe the Banker. Smack God is at Fightline Sports. Big Marcel, there you have it. Big Marcel 24. Thank you guys. Stay beautiful. Ba-boom.
All right, y'all. Good doing this. Get your money right. Get your money tight.
Ba-boom. Ba-boom. Ba-boom.
All right, then, Sal. I thought you didn't love us anymore. I'm glad you made it back, baby boy.
Glad to be back, man. Always love to do this with you guys, man.
Yeah, get your